All right, welcome back for round two. Appreciate you joining me here in the Barefoot Bunker. I am Herschel G, and we're here to play round two of this week's SGT tournament on the web tees. And this is round two on the Jack Nicklaus course. The first one that I just streamed a short while ago, let's get in the camera, was I think it's Fazio Stadium course. Pretty sure it's Fazio Stadium course. So first round there, I shot a -1. Would have loved to have gotten -2, just barely missed a putt on 18. Made 4 bogeys and kind of struggled with it a little bit. But all in all, a decent jumping off point for round two, where we're going to try to jump out here and keep the ship a little steadier than it was last time. Again, thanks for joining me. Really appreciate it. We're going to jump off here at number 1 on a course that I've actually played a few times. Shout out to the son and the nephews who've played it with me a few times. It's always an enjoyable one. Looks like that could be on the left. Is it going to stay on that? Stay up there? Or is it going to drift off? Looks like it's going to drift off in the rough just a little bit. But it's a short par 4, so I've got a fairly short look at it. And we've got 110 yards. We're going to actually move this in and get some of the margin of error here. Let's see here. Oops. So we're going to fly in. We're going to take a little bit more of the meat of the green right here. And then we're going to fly this thing in there with, I think, the pitching wedge. I think that's the club here. I think I'm feeling loose enough to just freely swing the wedge. Should be the right distance. No, I pulled that, huh? All right. And a little awkward stance in terms of how the software reads it. It's going to jump off to the right pretty significantly, but let's send it off to the left and allow for that. 18 yards, 3 feet up. Get in there. All right, in the gimme range here. So he's off on number 1 with a par. And now a relatively short par 4, certainly not for a short knocker like me. But number 2 is 378 yards. Should find the left side, I think, right? No, it's going to get through. Yeah, I should find the left side of the fairway, I think. Hopefully there's a straight look at it. All right, see, here's a great example of, it doesn't matter, let's do a fly-in. That tree's not in my way at all, just in the camera's way. So we're going uphill, 7 feet 4 inches. We're 142 yards away. I think this is that comfortable 7-iron again. For those of you that were with me in round 1, I hit a pretty good shot with this club in this similar situation. All right. Well, lean on the short game some more, huh? Okay. Get out of there with our up and down par. And we've got a par 3, a little bit in between clubs for me. And I think I'm going to let the 6-iron go comfortably, even though I know it's downhill a little bit. Just don't want to be getting too funky with it. So let's see if we can send it straight. No, that's pulling it. I have more than it needs on it for sure. And yeah, we're going to be leaning on this short game some more. See what kind of scrambling we can do. That's rolling up there a little faster than I thought it would. Okay. Stimp again, like round 1 on this, is in round 2 is 11. Uphill, no, it's flat, 8 foot 10 inches and moving to the left. Probably about that much, as long as I don't hit it too hard. Found the side door. I'll admit I probably could have hit that a little better, but we did find the side door, and now we come to number 4, a relatively short par 5, uphill 6 feet. Pretty straightforward. I don't think I really can get it in two, but we'll see. Nope, not with that. Dang it. Worst possible swing I can put on that. Well, not really, not literally. Does that count as a fairway or is that a tee box? Okay, we're calling that a fairway, huh? We'll do a quick fly in, but I think it's pretty straightforward up here. We'll give ourselves a little extra margin of error. Going there, we'll hit the 3-wood since we're in the fairway. We want the distance up there because we really want to come in with that sand wedge, 54 degree. Should turn the corner with it and be a little further out than I wanted. What's this one? Still up 5 feet 6 inches, and I think this has kind of got to be a flighted down pitching wedge a little bit. A little much. Well, if I keep the wedge so close, I guess, right? Break enough? No, trying to chip it in or beg it in as the case may be. So another short par 4 here, number 5. We're moving along fairly quickly. Again, appreciate you joining me. You're a golf sicko just like me, if you're here. That should be a pretty good ball. A little bit too much spin still, but it's a good direct look right at it. Great fairway hit for me. 91 yards uphill. I think this is that 52 degree wedge right here. Okay, a little flight it a little bit so it doesn't climb up the face. A little much still, huh? Well, that one's at least going to be on the green, right? Okay, let's have a putt at it. Sure haven't hit many greens. Move that much, move the whole way, and then go soft because it's down the hill. Not going to take much. Yeah, I pulled it just a hair, kind of felt that. I'm sure you saw that little twisty. So settles for par again, moves on to a little bit of a longer par 4 for this tour, but I think pretty straightforward. Number 6. All right, a little better even. Still spinning too much. You can see that 3,294 RPM. Backspin is too much. I really would like to cut that by almost 1,000 RPM, so it's kind of way too much in a certain way. Downhill 2 feet 2 inches. Based on some of the early shots in both rounds 1 and 2, same conditions, same greens, different courses. This should be the 7-iron. Unless I hit it like that. Get on up there, though. Sure not helping myself. No one else is going to. Let's go. Let's hit some putts. Well, this is a bomb. We're just trying to lag this. Fun to hit it, though. Takes a lot. Especially at the end, uphill. Well, it was the right line, but it wasn't quite. right? Oh, it's a little short. I know that one. Okay, sit down there. Let's check this up and through. 12 yards, uphill 3 feet 2 inches. Okay, into the gimme range of 1.6 yards or 5 feet. Setting up for another fairly straightforward and short par 4. This course is generous that way from these more forward tees. Again, this is the web tees on the SGT Tour. All right, we're wrinkling a little bit, but it works. Not going to complain about the middle of the fairway, but I would like a tiny bit more distance there. So we're going to go back to that 52-degree wedge and try to keep it nice and calm. I turned over the wrists a little bit for that, my liking right there, but it should be good distance-wise. Okay. Gonna have to hit the putt, but it's almost within the gimme range. What kind of putt are we looking at? Just a little bit of a curler. 5 feet, 7 inches down the hill. It's moving, but barely, right? Don't think I should give that up. I think I should just hit that straight and trust it. Like that. In for a birdie, we get to -5 for round 2, which takes us to -6 for the tournament. Don't want to play defensive golf, so this is a par 5, 477 yards, and I'm going to play it like I normally would, as a 3-shotter, really. It's a good start toward that. 233 yards away. That definitely brings all that water into play, though, and that's exactly where, how would I play this? I got to play this safe. That's because even if I flush something, I bring all this into risk. So we're going to bring it over here. I have birdied this hole one of the 4 times I played this course. Also made a big number on this before. So I think we're going to basically be aiming into that range right here and trust that our 7 wood is a smart play to that position, and then have what should be wedge again for the approach. You can see the protective fade a little bit that's in there. There's definitely kind of a little protective fade in the swing right now, but don't really mind that. I'm going to allow for it in this next wedge, in this sound wedge. Know that I'm hitting it just a little firmer because of all that. So 80 yards. Uphill 9 inches. And I don't know if that's enough. It's not. Okay. Maybe let's chip in. I know, we already made an eagle. We'd really be begging. You know what? 10 yards. The same elevation, no elevation change. And clearly moving just a little bit to the right at first, a little bit to the left at the end. We're probably flying the part that moves to the right, so let's just go straight. All right, we'll take the easy gimme and get out of there. Didn't take advantage of a short par 5, but we moved to 16 to a relatively safe spot here. Let's have a fly in, and we're not really too worried about the distance there because we don't hit it that far. There's a path. This is more likely where we should be aiming, is somewhere right about there that gives us enough room to move it. Wrinkle it, allows for the anxiety wrinkle, you know? Like that, right there. The anxiety wrinkle, just right to the middle. Decent enough ball for a short par 4 and maybe guided, but who cares? It's where I want it. And you can see usually for me that 8.2 out to in, club path out to in. That's a telling one for me. The anxiety one is 8 or so, 7 or 8, and the better one is 4.5 to 5.5. So there you go. Okay, 135, downhill 7. I think this is that trustworthy 9-iron at this point, especially with slight amount of adrenaline, as much as you can have from golf. And it's a little warm in here right now, which has me a little looser probably than usual. We'll see. Nope, I blocked that bad. There is an anxiety shot. Let's get up and down and get out of here. That was just a Bad shot. And that's why it's nice to compete out here on this tour, because it does put just a little pressure on your game that you wouldn't normally have in a golf simulator by yourself. How about it? All right, I know I'm begging, but what the hell not? So there's my par. We come to 17, 158, kind of a recurring number here. We're going to hit that 7-iron again and trust it. Had this distance a lot today. Pulled that. I could feel myself tug that for sure, protecting against the other one. Bounce up. No, this is going to require a little scrambling too. Used to that, I guess. 17 yards, uphill 1-1. Should stay right there within the gimme zone. It does. It's another par. We move to 18, which is always a challenging hole for me in outdoor golf, as it were. So we're going to set the tee down, get an overhead fly-in look at it, and just see exactly what we're looking at, because I think I've had like 7s and 8s on this hole, even one time with a pretty good round going, and want to try to play to the safe part here. So not a hugely long par 4, but let's play to the safest spot, somewhere right about there probably, and let this anxiety wrinkle back to the middle. Should, right? Maybe stay in the fairway for a guy. Okay. 170, a little bit of a challenging iron for my distance right there. So we're definitely going to do a fly-in on this. We're going to give myself a little additional margin of error, even a hair more. And then we're going to attack this with trust, with a 5-iron actually. And we're going to just be trustworthy with it. And if we fade it in too much, probably going to be too long, so we'll be okay. Let's just hit a controlled shot. Like that. Just like that. How about it? How about it? Right there. Set, 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 set. At least give me a putt at it. Didn't end up as good as I first thought it was, but what do you say? Let's do this on number 18 of round 2. We're -5 for the tournament, -5 for the round, -6 for the tournament. Let's be gentle with this, because it is fast coming down the hill, but it is going to move, maybe even that much. I think it might. I think it does. Let's even give it this much. Send it down the hill. Let the hill do the work. All right, well, we're going to have to settle for that. That's a great finish. I mean, not a great finish, but a great round. I really like that. We're 26 minutes into the stream, which is a time that I like to have it. Let's have a quick look at the stats before we leave. And that would be, you can see ball speed's not what it usually is, but we were real accurate. 13 of 14 fairways in that round, which looks pretty good. 23 putts, which, as you saw in the first round, 24. So 47 putts will probably be close to the statistical leaders, and that should be a pretty good round relative to the SGT Web Tees Tour. I don't even know quite how to say that right, because I get it wrong sometimes, but that last one was the correct one. So I really appreciate you joining me. I'm glad I was able to put together a decent round. This should help me a little bit in those world rankings that we're chasing, trying to get them low. It's hard to do it via this T Tour, but the next one up that we'll be playing next, we should be potentially in good situation to go at that one too. So thanks for joining me, and we'll see you next time very soon for more streaming here from the Barefoot Bunker. I'm Herschel G, and I'll talk to you soon.